Yo, what is up guys, Chillfeed here, and I'm back for my quest to give the community a lot more gameplay variety when it comes to weapons and gear. This time I'm trying to get the arguably worst weapon category in the game above, which are sniper rifles in my opinion. Currently there are not a lot of sniper rifles in the game, 15 to be exact, and in my opinion there are only a few that can be good, like the lyuda or tankman shield. Some of them are okay at best, like the most recently added autoaime, but a lot of them are really bad, and I'm going to cover all of them in this video. One thing I'd like to mention before we start with this part is that I would have included the asmd in this video, but it's already in part 1 of the series, so go check it out if you want to see this. There are 9 other bad legendary weapons in there that need a buff, and if you also want more variety in Borderlands 3, why not just take a second of your time and leave a like on this video, so it might reach more people and it might even get Gearbox's attention. And with that out of the way, let's kick things off with the first 2 Mali 1 sniper rifles that are kinda the same except for their elemental damage type, both with an absolutely awesome design, awesome looking skin, awesome looking in general, and with a fun concept, but also both came with not nearly enough damage for them to be viable enough in higher difficulties like Mayhem 4 and Mayhem 3. One of those sniper rifles is the Firestorm, and to me it is such a shame how Gearbox completely wastes some of the weapon designs they have in the game and some of the concepts by simply making them lack the necessary damage. Just look at the gameplay and tell me it's not cool how these 3 fireballs just come raining down from the sky and doing AoE damage after every shot you shoot from the Firestorm. Same thing with the Storm sniper rifle that instead of fireballs spawns 4 electric orbs a few feet above the ground, and each of them deal a surprisingly low amount of damage for something that looks so amazing. The Storm has an awfully low fire rate as well, which is not justified at all given how low the base damage of each shot you land on your enemy is. I mean, of course both of these weapons can do decent amount of damage against flesh when using the Firestorm and against shields when using the Storm, but even then it's not nearly enough for Mali 1 weapons that A, need a charge up time, and B, can be found in a weapon category that has the lowest ammo pool in the entire game. Speaking of a low ammo pool, the one weapon that probably suffers the most from the problem is the Stalker, which is a weapon you could only get from Captain Haunt during the Bloody Harvest event back in October and November, so some of you might not even own this thing. I still think that this weapon proves that there's a glaring issue with the low amount of ammo you have when using a sniper rifle. It's either this or they need to seriously buff the sniper rifles to make the short time you can use them worthwhile. Of course you can always say that you don't need to worry about ammo when playing with Moes, but what about the other 3 characters that, by the way, are probably more suited to make use of this cryo-only sniper rifle? Your best bet is probably to make use of the terror ability to generate ammo that you can get on grenades or shields, since this sniper rifle excels when you have terror applied to you anyways, because it increases the pellets you shoot per shot for every stack of terror you have applied to you. So if you do have the perfect gear for it, the best you can get this weapon to perform in my opinion is still nothing spectacular, but at least it's usable, I guess. A similar looking Dahl sniper rifle that is anything but usable in its current state, in my opinion, is the Malik Spain. And I remember when I first got this thing and immediately thought, my god, this looks badass. And then I used it and it felt terrible, even the normal and true Vault Hunter mode. I don't know what else there is to say about this weapon, to be honest. The special ability it has to have its projectiles penetrate your enemies and then it bounces twice is not really special at all, and the secondary fire mode is a shotgun that draws from the sniper rifle ammo pool. Perfect. This just makes the gun suffer even more. And it's not even like the damage of the shotgun is good. It is definitely not. Maybe it should get an increased base damage overall and then increase the damage of the bullet by an insane amount for every enemy it penetrates. Otherwise, this will be yet another cool designed weapon completely wasted by Gearbox. Now, before I get to the last weapon on this list, I wanted to let you know that at first I wanted to include the Masterwork crossbow and the Krakatoa on this list as well, but when I was testing the Krakatoa on most, I was quite surprised you could make some decent work of it against your enemies and even some great damage on enemies without shields, so I decided to not include it, even though the weapon is pretty bad on the other 3 characters. Same thing kinda applies to the Masterwork crossbow. I will probably make a separate video on this beautiful looking sniper rifle, since you can make some great use of it with flag combined with the overkill damage from your Guardian rank perk, so you can basically one-shot every mob enemy in the game, so yeah, just so you know. Okay, last weapon on this list. No surprise, the wood blocker, maybe the worst sniper in the entire game, definitely one of the worst weapons overall in the entire game. It is a Hyperion sniper rifle that shoots multiple shots in a burst like a Dahl sniper rifle. It is not fun to use with low accuracy and high recoil. It does little to no damage at all. The ability to amplify your damage when the front facing shield gets hit is barely noticeable. And the only thing I give this weapon is that it looks pretty cool in my opinion. I've seen a few YouTubers running the takedown event with this thing only, and I can only imagine how awful this must have felt. And I even believe it would have been impossible to achieve before Gearbox made the takedown scaling easier for everyone. I don't know how hard it can be to just increase the damage of most of these weapons to make them fun. I mean, this game is a single player RPG with no PvP at all, and still there are so many legendary weapons and unique that are so unbelievably bad that I can only wonder how the designers of these otherwise beautiful weapons must feel when they see how bad they are in game and how nobody uses them. So please, Gearbox, increase the damage of most of these weapons. Focus on fixing the worst items in the game in a big future patch to bring more variety into the game. Maybe even increase the ammo pool for sniper rifles, or at least let them consume less ammo. Please let me take off the It's Poop skin on all of these weapons so I can enjoy their cool skins again. Make them good weapons, I'm begging you. And with that being said, let's end this video here, and thanks a lot for watching. I hope I see you guys in my next one.